Hey guys, Sid's here, and today I'm with Srikanth Patel. Srikanth is somebody who's been in the internet marketing space for a long time, and right now he's building something which is truly magical. It's called, I've just noted it here, Married Indian Man or Married Indian Men, is it? Yes?
Married Indian Men. The whole
Yes.
concept is called modern day warrior.
Modern day warrior. It's amazing to know what he's doing with this particular topic in niche that he got into, and all of you are going to listen to a very interesting story of how he moved from various different concepts into this, which is now sizzling. He has over 1,800 people who have been through his WhatsApp course. Over 290 members have actually gotten into his product in the last 75 days. He's achieved over 13.5 lakhs implementing various models that he's learned over the years. But more specifically in this particular call, we're going to dive into what he was able to take out from the freedom business model and how he was able to adapt that into his business to grow. So first of all, Srikanth, congrats on this hockey stick growth which has happened here.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Sid. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. So just tell us about before you got into my course, what was that was happening, and because you've been in the internet marketing space for a long time, and you've been studying various different mentors, different systems which you've gone through. So tell us what was happening before you started this journey.
So before I started this journey, like my main thing is like I was thinking, should I do something for internet marketing in that space or so? But then I was like, there are so many players like you, and there are Gopal, and there are so many other players already there in this particular space. So I did not want to be one among them again and just like distract and pull the market apart. Rather, I wanted to find a place where I could add value to the marketplace. So I was looking for that, where I could position myself and where I could add value to the marketplace with all the skill set that I have. Basically, all my skill set is all of marketing and entrepreneur, and I've been through all of those courses for all these mentors. I've taken high ticket coaching calls and done all of that stuff, like every single thing I know, like A to Z of marketing. That I would say I've known all the models, the different terms that different mentors use for the same particular model. They position it in perspective of their own way. I knew all of that stuff. But then I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to do something which is based upon impact and something which was happening in my particular life. Like when I just got married, like the relationships and every single thing changed drastically. And then I have always been running towards one aspect of my life, like either it's body or it's mind or it's relationships. So I've gone through the peaks and I've fallen in all different areas. But then in 2019 was my own way of self-discovery. Even like I wanted to see what exactly I want to do in my life. All these things was fine. I tried it, I did it, I got success and I failed. It's all fine. What do I truly want to do? That was my thing. And then that's where I stumbled upon this thing where I'm like, what if I could balance all 4 areas of my life? What if I could balance my body, my mind, my relationship, and my finances all at the same time? Which is called, in marketing terms, if I have to use, they call it the holy grail of marketing, right? If you have a perfect end-to-end system, I was like, how can I get that holy grail system into my life? It's everyone thinks it's a pipe dream. What if I go after that particular dream and actually achieve it? I went after it rigorously for 6 months. I was able to achieve that. Okay. And then for me now it was I have achieved it. It's fine for me. And I'm living the 4D lifestyle. Everything was set and stuff like that. Now it comes about, how can I teach others whatever I have learned? Because as Tony Robbins said, it's the art of achievement is one thing, what you have achieved, but then you'll become truly successful when you're only able to transfer that knowledge onto others, which you completely believe in, the art of fulfillment, right? So I was like, how do I get this on to other married men? And married Indian men is such a touchy topic. I will tell you, marriage itself is such a touchy topic in our country that there is so much of heat. So for me, it was like, okay, the best way I could do it is if I can come up with an event, 2-day event. Like it's not kind of like a conference event or something. I was planning something different, that I'll take 10 people, I'll take them to like a remote place and stuff like that. And we'll have missions and do all of those kinds of stuff. That was my mind. And then Corona hit. Okay, all my plans, all my planning, everything came crashing down because of the lockdown and all that stuff. I'm like, oh no, I have to get back to my marketing world. I need to learn courses. I need to do all of that stuff. And that's when I got introduced to like the freedom business model. And I started looking at what you are doing.
Okay. So you got into my course around April or March.
Correct. April, March. Okay. Yeah. That March, I would say I started I started really going deep and actually seeing the
Yeah.
videos and understanding what you're doing.
Okay. So you got started on this journey, and let's like backtrack a little bit. Then we'll come back to this. Uh, See, I know many people are watching this are also probably in that similar boat. Like they have knowledge in marketing. They have been through all different kinds of courses, various mentors. I know even you've also been through Sam Owens, like 2016, which is some time back. And probably he was also in that journey of evolution at that point of time. Now he's playing a totally different game.
Totally
And
different.
yeah, so and you would have seen how the marketing world has evolved. So on one hand, you would have got influenced by different ideas from these different marketers. But then what your success is now is something which is sprouting from your own uniqueness, and it's sprouting from your own, I would say, something which you are congruent with who you are. Otherwise, what ends up happening is, like, even I was in that boat for a long time where I would get all these messages, but I had the knowledge, but it was not really connecting to where I wanted to go. Yes. So just tell us about, how did you have that flip switch moment, or was it a flip switch, or was it like over a period of time you realized that, yes, I have all these skills, but now I have to develop something unique for myself, which is what your concept is all about. So tell us about that phase. How did you discover
So
yourself?
that thing is mainly like, if you see behind me, Sid, okay,
Yeah.
I'll just get my thing. I'm sitting at the feet of the Buddha. Okay. I try to look for all things outside, in the outer world,
Yeah.
saying this tool, this hack, this method, this opportunity is what is going to get me to the next phase. But then what I truly realized in 2019 is all the answers, what I'm looking for outside, can only be found inside.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I started listening to my voice. I call it the voice. Only when you get like do the self introspection whole thing, which I have, and that's what my whole WhatsApp class is based on as well. Okay. It's how can you self introspect into yourself and look at the raw reality of who you are currently and what do you really want to become. So when I started listening to my own inner voice, I wanted to create an impact on a person. It's not just for money. Money is secondary for me. Money was always, it's still secondary for my business. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like I'm able to keep the lights on. That's completely fine. Okay. For me, it's more about impact. So for me, then I was like, what I thought was, okay, fine. Where can I actually add impact? But the thing over here, which people don't realize and where I think that they get lost, is they think if you're going onto a new niche, okay, or if you're switching something, they think I have to learn a whole new level of skill set, which is, I think, the biggest misconception that they have.
Yeah.
You can absolutely use all the skill set that you have got in your previous experience. Okay. It may be your own life experience or what you have learned skills from others, but the unique and positioning of what this whole thing is like, nobody's actually doing this in the entire country. We have counselors, we have all those different kinds of things helping married people, but we don't have someone just catered to married Indian men, right? That is the unique positioning, which I have as a modern day warrior. Okay. So I think you need to be able to transfer those skills.
Okay.
What I'm transferring right now are all the skills that I learned as an entrepreneur, not doing the skill set or all those tools and all that strategies. Sorry about that, Sid.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not about that, but mainly it's about how do you be productive? How do you become a high performer as an entrepreneur? That is what I have mastered by learning all these courses and seeing everything, Brendan Burchard, and gone through all that stuff from every single one. I'm like, can I take that same thing and apply it to a married Indian man? Because he's busy, he's being pulled in all different directions. And I'm taking the same exact concept and applying it to them. Okay. It's same, whatever I learned in one area, I'm applying it in the other area. That's it. There's no magic.
Awesome. So was this like an aha moment on one day that it came to you that, okay, this is what I want to do? Or did it happen like were there patterns in your life that kept coming back and it was telling you, okay, no, this is what you got to do? I want to understand, how did you zero down on this idea?
So for me, it was more like, even when I had this idea, for me, it's called your supernatural power, like what Russell Brunson puts it, right? Everybody has a superpower. My superpower, what I found and what I asked my friends and did all of that stuff, was getting people clarity, getting them unstuck from a situation. Okay, my major Facebook hook as well, I'll tell you. Are you stuck? Are you sandwiched between your mom and your wife? Okay, it's a curiosity hook. They're like, absolutely, yes, I am. Okay, when you get married, it's bound to happen to you. And then when they actually come with that hook, then it's a whole self-development thing for a married man, which goes on in the class. For me, the way I got these things was I was trying out different things. Basically, I started looking at my own life, right?
Okay.
Like that's when I got the entire idea of it. But then I was not even sure that the idea will work. So here is the difference which I did Sid, and I want to share this with your community and the people watching this as well. Here is the difference that I did from everybody else possibly that would have done on you, and based on my market experience, what I used the ask method.
Yeah.
Okay, by Ryan Levesque.
Yes.
What I did was I just put up a Google form, and then I'm good at Facebook ads and all that stuff. I've been doing it from so many years, so that comes naturally to me. So I ran to 5,000 people, 5,000 married Indian men. I asked specific questions, and then I asked them, "This is the problem. What is your problem? What is the solution? Where can I really add value?" And if I have gone through the same problem, I wanted to resonate with that as well. If I have gone through the problem, I have found a solution for that.
Yeah.
It might not be a great solution, but a practical, implementable solution.
Yeah.
That is what I wanted to see, because there's a problem, there's a solution. That's where the whole market, that's when you create a whole business to start off with, right? So I asked 5,000 people, and the market actually told me what they want. And then I started the whole business, because I first wanted to validate before I automate it. So that is how I did it.
So you ran this campaign before the lockdown period. Yeah.
Yeah, I ran this campaign before the lockdown. April, I would say starting of April, I ran this particular campaign. Okay. And within like 3-4 days, I got 5,000 thing. Here is the fun part after what I did was I looked at every single thing, looked at the patterns. I wanted to like recognize what are the patterns, what are people asking really for, what does the marketplace really need. And after that, I even picked up the phone call and I spoke to people. I spoke to hundreds of people, kind of like what you did in your one-to-one clarity session.
One-to-one 400 sessions. Yeah.
That is where no blog article, nobody in the world can tell you anything about your marketplace once you have done that research. Like I can tell you, I can write ads. Everything becomes better in your marketing, whether it's your copy, whether it's your course, every single thing, because now you know what your market truly needs. And that is the method which I used. Then I went through Gopal's WhatsApp class funnel.
Yeah.
I tried webinars, but then webinars, I was not able to get that connect with people, because I thought they were not able to truly understand the concept, and it was not even fresh. And like, I did not know what I was doing at that point of time. So I went through the WhatsApp class. I got more market feedback on what they were looking for and every single thing. And every week I improvised based on what I got feedback. I improved it. So we've gone through like, I think 10, 12 classes right now. And now I have a truly amazing product. I can say that.
Amazing. I mean, so what you're saying is first is patterns from your life. Then your own desire to your own inclination towards the subject.
Right.
And then you were able to take all the skills from what we have learned from all these different programs you've been through, and you focused it on building a campaign, or you built a campaign that gave you the feedback from the market straight off.
Exactly.
Then you re-engineered your entire positioning.
Exactly.
That's awesome. And also in a subject like this, it's a sensitive subject, right? So, maybe the best way to move in the relationship space like this is like a WhatsApp method. WhatsApp method is, it's not so open. Like, even if it's not like a one-to-many thing, yes, many people are coming in, but there's still some personalization over there. Yeah. What happens when they come into your WhatsApp group? Tell me about that.
So this is the crazy part. Okay. Like, especially I would just give in my 2 cents if you're fine with it. Okay. Just to your community. Okay. If it's like a money making niche or anything of that sort, right? Like, people already have the desire. Okay. So it's easy for them. They just want to see if it's the right opportunity. If you're speaking the right, if you're connecting with them, they will buy from you. It's simple. But when it comes in relationship and anything else which is not related to money, then people are looking to connect with you as a person. That is most important, because they're looking for trust.
Yeah.
Can I trust this person to share even my problems? So here is the magical thing, which is why it's working so well. Every married man thinks that his problems are unique to himself. His wife, the problems which he has with his mom, his in-laws, his work, every single thing is unique to him. The only thing which I have done by bringing them into a WhatsApp class is show them that all of us are having the same problems. That's all I do, because I bring them in there and I'm like, okay, guys, with your relationships, what are your problems over here? Okay. Now I've structured it more better, but before I used to just open up the WhatsApp group and stuff like that. I learned with my mistakes, saying, how is it not going well? And how should I tweak it? How should I make the format more structured? It just come by learning, by doing, right? By experience. So then they share their problems. And then when I'm answering questions to them, I learned this from Frank Kern. Again, I'll tell you, like, when a customer really buys, okay? First thing is that you have to show them that you did it, right? That's the first thing. Next thing, you have to show them that how you have helped others do it. That's the second level of influence. The third level of influence, Sid, when people really like are blown away, is when you're able to actually demonstrate to them how the strategy can actually, they can implement in their life and get the result. That is
Yes.
when they're like, okay, fine, now I want to just pay him money and go to whatever he says. Okay, they don't even want to listen to anything. But then again, I follow your method saying, I do not want you to take an impulsive decision. I want you to take an informed and educated decision. I want you to listen to the whole thing. Everyone's like, give me the pay link, give me the pay link on day 3. I'm like, no, you need to come till day 5. You need to come to the live webinar. You need to understand what am I actually offering to you guys, and then make a decision if you want to be part of it or not.
Yes.
Yep.
Very good strategy. And I'll tell you, it also increases the quality of customers.
Exactly.
And it's so fulfilling to work with people who are committed and who are on it. Of course, you'll always find that drop off. In fact, I was on a mastermind with my mentor, Vic, and then he asked me to share my numbers, and he has his calculation methodology there. And he said, I'm like way above the average, if you're looking at level 1 to level 2 and things like that, because of the community engagement, and also qualifying before they come in. So that makes a huge difference. Otherwise, it'll just be like 20% right through. So I'm doing much higher than that because of that point where I say, don't make an impulsive decision. And if you don't want this, it's perfectly fine. That kind of a thing is so important when you're looking at the overall funnel. So now coming back to, so it's a great, I would say, connecting the dots backwards, like Steve Jobs says, and I can totally see that in your experience till now. Every single course that you've been through, every single marketing idea, it's all now coming together here with what you're doing here, and it's aligned with who you are. So after you came into my course, I'm sure you've been through many courses. So what were the things that you found unique and impactful, if I should use that word, in my courses compared to all the other stuff that you've been through in the past?
Okay, Sid, I want to give a shout out over here as well to you. Okay, guys, if you're watching this video, I have been through Sam Ovens all 3 levels, and I know Sam Ovens as well closely from 2016 before he was who he is. I have gone through all of Russell Brunson's courses. Okay, I'm just talking about all your marketers. I've gone through traffic and funnels. Okay, I have been closely engaged with all these guys, and you might name a course and probably I have done it. Okay, I've gone through Jason Hornong, who runs Facebook ads and every single thing. I will tell you, Sid, when I looked at your latest, like I would say 3.0, whatever you call it, the latest niche clarity blueprint, I'm 100% when you say it as well, I'm telling others as well who are watching this video, that is the absolute best course in the entire world. I've gone through every single thing, but that is the best course that I have gone through, your niche clarity blueprint.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Even for me, it was all the connecting the dots.
Exactly.
I was looking at all the holes, what I was going through in the other courses, had to fill that gap because that's the big gap that everyone has.
Yeah. So, finding your niche is, I think, the first step that everybody goes over there. So when I did not know, like when I was doing all these things, but when I saw your video, it gave me a clear idea on that sweep versus the Stoke model, which you talk about. I'm like, okay, I'm doing a sweep. I'm in alignment with whatever Sid is saying and stuff like that, right? Like I'm targeting all the different areas. I'm not going like very micro niche or whatever you call it, right? Yeah. So I'm not going down that particular route. So that was like the big thing. When I started going through a course, the best thing that I liked is it was the format of it. Like I really liked that I was going from one video to the other. And I was not stopping in between saying, oh, it's getting boring or he's just adding any fluff or anything of that sort. It was straight to the point. This is what I want you to do. Take this action, move to the next one. I have exactly modeled your thing. Nice. And then my customers are like, I have come up with 3 different versions in 60 days.
Okay. Nice.
Like I do everything. Like you can even see like if the mic and stuff like that, and that's how much I'm modeling you. Okay, like I'm taking the Limit 40 Pro. I'm modeling you exactly whatever you're doing. So when I went through your course, I was like, okay, I need to do something like this because I have seen different courses as well. It becomes too long, too boring, and stuff like that. I want to understand what he's doing, and then I landed into like your course curriculum blueprint. I think that, and there you really revealed why you're doing what you're doing. I'm like, this is amazing, man. I do not need to even use my head in order to do that. I'm like, let me just take his model and let me start doing it. I implemented it, and I even was, if Sid can do it, why can't I do it? That was my attitude. Okay. Yeah. You told me in 2 days, in one of your videos, you told me that 2 days, Sri, I went ahead and I actually completed recording the whole stuff. And I'm like, he did it in 2 days. And I'm usually like Sam, okay? Sam has put this into my head saying whenever I have to build any course or do all this stuff, right? When I used to do it in my previous life as well as a marketer, I used to go into my cave, like product development mode. That is how we all are trained, okay? Under him, that is how we all are trained under him. We go into product development mode, we shut off the social media and do all of that stuff, and we just go develop, and then we come out of the den, and then we are all set with our product, which is like finally like properly done. I'm like, what if I this time do something different? Let me see if this guy's method is going to work. You said you did it in 2 days, right?
Yes.
I did it in a day and a half. It all is about planning. It's all is about planning. And that's how I was able to do 3 versions of it. And I've just modeled your particular course, and the structure, the self-discovery, and all of that stuff which you do in your blueprint course is the same stuff. Funny is it, like some of your students, Shankar, Manjunath, and all of those people are also part of my modern day warrior. Okay.
Nice.
They're like, we get confused, man, whether we are seeing Sid's course or whether we are seeing your course. It's that much how much I've stuck to the framework.
Way to go. Way to go. I think I have to thank, again, going through T. Harv Eker. See, I understand Sam Owens, like he's like a scientist. Okay. So his whole energy of, his whole persona is very different. It's like that precision, going deep. And I love that aspect when it comes to running ads and that whole fractal methodology which I follow. What I picked up from Vic was a huge element of tribe building I got from Vic, because he comes from the network marketing industry, and I was following him during Empower Network days and saw him like killing it, like $700,000 in 1 month and stuff like that. So that's my first time of looking at Vic's success. So elements from there, but thanks to T. Harv Eker's program. So the MMI, and have you been through the MMI funnel?
No, I haven't.
Not yet. Okay. So I guess that's something will add a new dimension to you when it opens up. So there I learned a lot about, the whole aspect of connecting and keeping people together. And of course, the magician is Blair Singer. Like he's the one who's the guy behind many leaders. I mean, he's Robert Kiyosaki's. So I've been through that training as well. So I think when all these 3 combine together, that's why even the way that the course is structured, moving it fast, keeping people engaged, the responses, it's a science. It's called suggestology. The whole principle of why we ask for responses, all of that is thanks to T. Harv Eker. So when you combine all of that, and that's the essence of my course. And if you're doing that, I think you've got the formula right now to keep people in and to make them finish. Yes. Yeah.
I teach people this on my day 2 of my WhatsApp class as well. It's called reverse engineer production. So I was like, don't be a pioneer for anything that you want in your life. Just be a reverse engineer and a producer. Okay.
Yes.
Producer is most important because they like to reverse engineer, but then they do not implement it, because magic only happens when you implement stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm like, okay, he's reverse engineered everyone. Let me just reverse engineer him. It's easier, right? So I just copied that model and I did it.
Absolutely.
And it's working brilliantly. Like the comments, like I have more than 200 comments on each of my video, and I have like 290 members over there. So each and every one is actually engaging with me.
Superb. That's amazing. So yeah, thanks for sharing all the stuff that's worked for you. So what is your vision now? If you'd want to take it like next 3 years, where do you see this concept going? What's in your mind?
So for me, the main thing which even I looked, basically I did not just, I'm not in your level 3 courses or not of that not yet. Okay. But what I've done is I have actually observed you. And as a marketer, like I know where your brain is thinking, what you're doing and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, why is he doing? What is he doing? And then I'm like, let me take that and try to see. And main thing, which is for me, the main focus for me right now is community building, tribe building, because I know the true power I've understood of having a community. It's not about courses or it's not about strategies. It's no more about that for me. It's like more about how do I build my whole ecosystem, like the way you call it. I'll try to use your same terminology.
Yeah, please.
So it's the ecosystem, the social network platform. I followed it yours to the T. And that is, imagine just saying this said, okay, to your audience, okay? A social network just dedicated to married Indian men. What are usually married Indian men looking for is, I think this is where it added the spark as well when I actually picked this up from you. We are looking for a close shelter group. They do not want to share things on Facebook because what if it lands up, somebody else sees it? What if they judge them and stuff? They want a safe haven. So I've created that safe haven in terms of a social network for them. Also, what I have done is I picked this up from Robert Kiyosaki. He had the cash flow quadrant and how he's gamified his entire model. What is there, the 4 quadrants, and how he explains about investment and stuff. I picked up the same thing from him. Within 2 weeks, I developed my own app, which is available on Android and iPhone, just for my users. And I've gamified the whole system of 4D lifestyle that they can actually get points and stuff like that. Now it's like they're living a game. Okay, their life has become a game that they need to earn
Super.
points and stuff like that. So they're really loving that.
So
Okay,
anyone buys your course, they get the access to the app as well, where they can track
exactly.
their. That's
They can
super.
track their dimensions, like the 4 dimensions. They can track it based on their points. And we have every single day you need to hit all 4. That's how you're going to make it
Nice.
a lifestyle change. And the crazy part is they take a screenshot of the app when they actually get all the points, right? I have like a success image sort of a thing of a 4D man. There's a 5th dimension to it as well, but I'm not going to share that 5th dimension. I'm going to keep it mystery for others who are watching this. So they share the picture of that on the social network. Now,
Okay.
what happens is everybody are looking at people doing it and they're like, damn man, even I need to do it. Everybody's doing it.
Yes.
Right. So that gamified element is there. So my social network is more about tracking, sharing their success stories. And it's like, I have again taken your model. You've done cities. I tried doing cities, but then it got too clustered. So now we have gone into states. And they have statewide competition on the points. So every week I have I give them the points. Like I have my own dashboard and stuff like that. I bring out the points and I'm like, which state is actually winning based on the average? Because some states there are more members, less members. So it's like a competition which is going on right now.
Wow. That's really awesome. When you gamify the whole thing, I mean, for me, when I look at till now what's happened in the last 2 years, I never thought I would be in this space. Like it's like I stumbled into the whole thing. I was just doing affiliate marketing and then moved into this. But now I truly feel that this can change the whole paradigm of the education system and employability system itself. Like what's your perspective on this? Like the way that people are going through, the way that people are learning and implementing, I mean, compared to the traditional models.
So this, I think, had to happen in India is my perspective on it. I have seen it happening in the States and every single thing where the digital learning, like people that are coaches and they're ready to pay for mentors. Okay, people are even willing to pay for the mentors. But I think this Corona thing which has happened is actually a boon to our country because it has fast-tracked the entire momentum, like the tide. It has made it so people who will not get onto this particular model of like getting everything thing online, they will get drowned.
Yeah.
Okay? It's kind of like, if I have to just give you a metaphor, it's like the waves of the ocean, right? Okay. When actually the waves just go back, that's when the whole sandbed is revealed.
Yes.
Right? So this Corona thing has actually done that. And the people who are only going to survive are those who are going to adapt to this model, because this is scalable. You do not, no more you need to be like, only I need to teach the people who are there around me, or a classroom or an institute. I need a building. None of that shit you require, right? It's like no capital investment. Like think of it. You have to buy a franchise. You need to buy a franchise, pay them the fee, and then you need to have the whole structure. I'm just taking an example of a preschool, for example.
Yes.
Okay. And then you might start seeing money after 3 to 4 years. You might start making a return on your investment. But over here, you have a passion, you have the knowledge, you have the skill set. All you need is a laptop, which just comes down to your whole freedom lifestyle thing that you've been promoting from way back.
Absolutely. And even for me, it's so fulfilling to see. Like I just interviewed a guy. He's 20 years old, did 11 lakhs in 30 days, and he's helping his mom in her tarot courses. And he started his own little tribe for his millennial group. He has 100 students. And now he's saying, like, I think I can be on my own. I mean, I don't need to go through that system. And,
and if I have to share something else, Sid, with you,
please.
I know I'm not getting off topic, but as like, this is a platform that I can share, and actually, like, I resonate so much with you. So I was like, okay, I'll share this. We were there in the industrial age long back. Then we moved to the information age. And right now people still think that we are in the information age, because if I want to get fit, then if you just type this on your Google, you'll get thousands of videos, thousands of this. But the true way where the market is actually moving and where everybody can stand out is, I think we are in the insightful age. The person who can actually get insights from that information, what is there over there, like from the information overload, provide those insights to people in a much plain, practical, simplified manner, people will pay you money for that.
Absolutely. It is not about how much information. It's about how simple you can make it. Simplification is
exactly simplification. That is where I think we are moving towards. And it's great to actually see that there are so many coaches and everybody coming out, and now, which was very localized, their knowledge to one area. Now, like, everybody can see them, like, and they're also getting exposure. At the same time, everybody else is also learning from them. So it's no more like it's just localized stuff. This online thing has made it like really fantastic.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Srikanth. I think this interview was very inspiring. And once again, congrats to you. And you're just getting started. This is, I can't wait to see where you're going to be in the next 1 or 2 years, and how many alphas you're going to create in this country. And you'll truly bring the backbone back in this country. Thank you so much for what you're doing, because that's, we won't be able to comprehend what's the impact going to be right now. And you use the word impact so much. And I think you're definitely going to do it. Not think, you're definitely going to do this. And all of you here watching, if you want to know more about what Srikanth does, you want to become an alpha male, you want to align all those 4 dimensions of your life, being an Indian man, go and check out what he's doing. I have posted this link on my YouTube channel description. Go through his funnel, go through his WhatsApp group, do whatever he asks you to do to get that aspect of your life fixed. And if you're watching this, you want to be a part of this community, the Internet Lifestyle Hub, I've given a link over there. Go and watch my video. It's a formula, a 45 minutes video. You'll get a crisp understanding of what does it take, and get into the bandwagon. We want more people like you who can really support the community with what skills and talent that you have. So I want to personally invite you into that. And before we go, Srikanth, years of learning, years of implementation, a lot of failures, a lot of bouncing back. If you had to crunch it down to one success principle that you will live your life by for the rest of your life, what is that success principle?
Okay. This is what I tell my students as well.
Yeah.
One thing, stop lying. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to others. If you truly want to build a business of your own, stop lying that you are going to do it someday. Actually be true to yourself. Don't have to, nobody knows whether you're lying except you. So I would say stop lying, okay, and start doing. That would be my one principle.
Love it. Love it. It's raw and real. Thank you so much for sharing that. So guys, thank you. Whatever you learned from this interview, share that in the comment box. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Facebook, do the regular stuff so that you can stay notified, and look forward to more of such interviews. Thank you. And Srikanth, once again, congrats, man.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot.